Former One Direction member Liam Payne allegedly just committed suicide, and reports are now coming in that his death is connected to P. Diddy and drug use.
Where's rock bottom for me? And you would never have seen it. I'm very good at hiding it. No one would have ever seen it. But rock bottom, I mean, I don't even know if I hit it.
Liam Payne had always been vocal about his issues with addiction and alcoholism. And as updates are slowly coming in, it looks like Liam had relapsed and was using drugs again. Pictures released by TMZ even show Liam Payne's room with crack cocaine on the counter. What made Liam so stressed that he had to resort to drugs? And why was he even in Argentina to begin with? Well, on the 2nd of October, Liam posted a video on Snapchat saying that he was going to Argentina to talk with former bandmate Neil Horan about something urgent and important. In Argentina, Liam had been staying at the Casa Sur Palermo hotel when fans started to notice that the singer appeared to be acting weird and intoxicated. At one point, even police had to be called. According to Pablo Polichicchio, the spokesperson for the Security Ministry of Buenos Aires, Liam was described to the police as an aggressive man who could be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Just before the police could arrive, however, Liam allegedly jumped from the third-story balcony.
We do have some breaking news that we did want to bring you right now. A former One Direction band member, Liam Payne, he has now been found dead at age 31 years old. He died outside a hotel in the Argentina capital of Buenos Aires. That is according to local media, saying that the 31-year-old British musician was found dead after falling from the hotel's third floor.
Shortly before his death, Liam's ex-girlfriend, Maya Henry, had spoken about how Liam's behavior had gotten predatory, and he was not the person his fans thought he was. She also mentioned that he had actually been abusing her and cheating on her.
Okay, I'm going to address some of these comments and kind of break it down. So I've been seeing ones like this everywhere, and honestly ones that say she needs to keep his name out of her mouth. She's obsessed, blah, blah, blah. They broke up years ago. Well, I made a 5-second TikTok about something he talked about on a podcast. He was the one airing out everyone's dirty laundry on a podcast. So it's okay for him to talk, but the minute I make a 5-second video, it's over, right? Also, you're calling me obsessed. Oh, she's crazy. This happened when you are with someone who's obsessed, blah, blah, blah. Y'all don't even know what happens behind closed doors or in private. Ever since we broke up, he messages me, will blow up my phone, mind you, not only from his phone number, it's always from different phone numbers too, so I never know where it's gonna come from. He'll create new iCloud accounts to iMessage me. It's always a damn new iCloud account. I'm like, every time I see one pop up on my phone, I'm like, here we go again. Also will email me. And he does this when he gets his phone taken away. Also, not only me, but he'll blow up my mom's phone. Is that normal behavior to you? But I'm crazy for making a 5-second TikTok about something that he brought to the internet, and is also messaging my friends. Not only was he messaging them, I found out later while we were together, so they could go over to his house apparently, but then was messaging my best friend to come over to his house when his girlfriend was gone, was saying, oh, my girlfriend's gone, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's the one that is constantly doing weird. And also, might I add, literally said, oh, the reason he has all these people on his damn Snapchat, which he has for years apparently, that he messages or whatever, and on Instagram, and he says that he preys on One Direction fans because they will always be loyal to him and they won't tell on him.
Maya and Liam became public in 2019, right around the time that Liam started working on his sobriety. Interestingly, this was also when Liam became friends with Russell Brand, a man who would later be accused of the same behavior that Maya accused Liam of.
That means women feel safe around me, they trust me, then bang, pregnant, bang, pregnant, bang, pregnant.
Catherine is welcome to
No,
see
she's not. No, don't do it. Trust me, don't do this.
Well, it's been really a wonderful experience.
How can I undo your bra just like this? Oh, you've got a bit of hair on your face. Oh, come and stay at mine. Oh, it's all right, I'll sleep on the couch. Bang, pregnant.
Pop yourself down on my knee and see if we can't get you pregnant.
Give yourself to him, Brittany. Sleep with Russell. Sleep with him, damn you.
I'm gonna scoop you up in my arms and carry off to a world of wonder where you forget your own name, but I won't forget it. It's Sam, the gorgeous morning sunrise Sunday sexy woman for teenage boys.
I'm a very good girl. Are you good? I don't think God would give you that body and then give you sort of morality.
And if I connect with that, then we'll be okay. Careful, because that's a low-cut dress.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm only
wow.
flesh and blood. I've got instincts.
Oh,
Look at them nipples!
It could lactate any moment.
Are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of, and we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth, Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices, and I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous consensual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack. Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together. We are obviously going to look into this matter because it's very, very serious. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free.
Now, believe it or not, but Russell Brand was actually connected to Diddy, and had even gone on camera saying that once you become friends with Diddy, you have to do things you don't want to, because Diddy's just that powerful.
Diddy's new to me, right? He looked after me, he took me on an enforced holiday to Vegas. He's a very intense man because I think he come from nothing and now he's very, very powerful. People that do stuff like that, they're intense. Now, I like him, he's very influential. Say that you don't want to do something and Diddy does want you to do it. It's really hard to not do that thing.
Is it the mind?
He's a bit like the mind. Like, he's very influential. Like, say Diddy went, could you pick me up from the airport? I've got back from holiday, or I'm going away, would you feed my fish? And really he didn't want to feed his fish. Oh, how much fish food you put in? He'd still do it because you think, oh, don't upset him. He's an influential person.
I got it.
So he's a good laugh, but if you, imagine you get very friendly with him, he might ask you for loads of favours, and then you can't say no to him. That's my worry, because I've become friends with him now. What if he starts, oh, I'll pick us up from the airport, feed the fish, can I borrow your vacuum cleaner? It's going to be pressure.
It's going to kind of become his...
I don't want to be nobody's. I've worked too hard in life. Not even Diddy's. That's the problem.
Russell Brand is not going to be Diddy's bitch.
Nobody's.
So I can catch him and get him to the Greek June 4th.
June the 4th it comes out on.
Around the same time that Liam started hanging out with Russell Brand, he also had a fling with Naomi Campbell, Diddy's ex-girlfriend. Naomi Campbell has a history of being abusive and was even connected with Jeffrey Epstein. It's incredibly suspicious how as soon as Liam started meeting people connected to Diddy, allegations of abuse about Liam also started to come forward.
There's been a lot of headlines recently, Naomi, connecting you to Mr. Liam Payne, formerly of One Direction. Any truth to these rumours?
I've never discussed my personal life.
Well, that's all going to change because
Next.
I'm going to ask you another question.
Okay. Another name.
Okay. Drake, you got quite close to Drake?
I never discussed my personal life. I mean, it's crazy. It's like one day it's one person, the next day it's another. Who's tomorrow?
You were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday.
Naomi Campbell, she had the formula.
Now, what's Naomi Campbell's formula?
I don't know, whatever it was, it got a restraining order.
When is it her turn to be exposed for
Oh God, I don't know. She clever.
Allegedly, Liam manipulated Maya and would try to pressure her into getting back with him. In an episode of the Internet is Dead podcast, Maya mentioned how Liam would try to blackmail her by bringing up his death and would not leave her alone.
I always felt like it was a manipulation tactic to keep me, I don't know, it's kind of complicated, but I always felt like it was so that I could continue to feel bad for him. And because he would always message me ever since we broke up, like, oh, I'm not well. He would always play with death and be like, well, I'm gonna die. I'm not doing well. And there was one time I tried to get him help and then he was like, not taking it. He would text my mom, I'm not doing well, have Maya contact me, because I wouldn't respond. And it's just always the same cycle. And every time that, like, for example, when I announced my book, he did the same thing. He called my mom, I think I'm not going to be around much longer. And
oh my God.
And I don't play with death. So I'm like, if you say this, I'm going to try and help you no matter what you've done. And I think he took advantage of my family's kindness. And I was like, if you want to go back to rehab, I'll help you, even though, whatever. And not that I ever wanted to be back with him, but he's still somebody's child. He's somebody's brother. Like, if that were my brother, I would want someone to help him too. And so, but I always just, in the end, I felt like it was a manipulation. And I'm like, especially after everything you've done, I've told you to leave me alone. As of like recent events that have happened, I can't speak on legally, but like, it's just gotten so much worse. But yeah, I always just felt really bad. And I always just felt like because he would always say, sorry, this is such a long answer. It's just like,
no, you're good.
But he would always just say, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I can't live with myself, but then is continuing to like try and traumatize me. And so I always just felt like it was just like a whole manipulation to maybe keep me from not saying anything or keep me on his good side in a way. So,
or keep you at like an arm's length.
These allegations were confirmed by Liam himself too, who said in an episode of The Diary of a CEO that he was incredibly ashamed of his actions, and it was his actions that destroyed his relationship.
I feel like more than anything at this point, I'm more disappointed in myself for keep on hurting people. That annoys me. I've just not been very good at relationships, and I know what my pattern of things is with relationships. I feel at this point, I'm just not very good at them, so I just need to like work on myself first before I put myself onto somebody else. And I feel that's what that's where I got to in my last relationship. I just wasn't given a very good version of me anymore that I didn't appreciate and I didn't like being. And I can honestly say that I feel better out of it. I didn't feel good for doing what I did, but it had to happen. I mean, I know that's the corniest way of saying it was the best for both of us. Like, whatever, cool, nice story, bro. But it just feels like that.
Very self-aware for you to know that you were...
Oh yeah, no, I know it was a problem. So I need to sort myself out, and I already feel good. So it's got me more concentrated, and I hope she's happy.
How did Liam turn into the kind of person who would abuse his fiancée? Well, according to Maya, his fans were the ones that enabled his behavior. Liam knew that no matter what he did, his fans were going to stick by him and believe what he said.
Constantly enable someone, they're never gonna realize what they've done is bad, or they do realize, but they know that they can get away with it, which is what has happened to him for so many damn years. Everything gets swept under the rug, everything gets hidden for him. I don't know who the hell is behind all of this, but nothing ever comes out about him. Because either I understand people are scared, but also it's hard when you have these people that jump down your throat for speaking the truth on things that have happened. And quite frankly, very disgusting things that have happened and disgusting things that he's done. And he knows that too. He knows that he can get away with anything. He's told me. And, oh, don't you dare, don't tell anyone because they're not going to believe you anyways. Like, the fans always have our back. We can do whatever, you know, we want, and they're always going to defend us. And he's right. That's the thing, is he's not even wrong. And he knows, and he uses that. So if that's who y'all want to defend, have at it. You're defending someone you don't even know. You literally don't know him. I lived in a house with him for years. I'm pretty sure I can speak on my own experiences. And then y'all tell me, oh, no, he would never do that. Do you hear yourself? And then everyone is just sitting here saying, oh, well, you know, I mean, I'm not going to go too much into me talking about the damn book, but, oh, that was all fake, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. I'm literally saying, no, it's not. But I think everyone wants to selectively believe what they want to believe.
In her book, Looking Forward, Maya had mentioned several horrifying details about her relationship with Liam, including the fact that Liam forced her to get an abortion and physically abused her multiple times. Sources close to Liam have said that Liam had been under a lot of stress recently due to the allegations that Maya had put forward, and he was slowly starting to get back to drinking and using drugs. Footage from around the time that Liam died also showed him to be drunk and intoxicated.
Your turn? It's your turn.
My entire life. Here. Oh, you look so cute. Ya tiene el cosito, él está preparado ya. Have you listened to some Spanish music now that you're here in Argentina?
Tantas son las horas cuando estamos solos.
There you go. Yeah, you should keep coming.
Maya also had some interesting things to say about why Liam went to Argentina in the first place. Everyone knows that Liam has not been on good terms with the rest of his former bandmates ever since he had spoken badly about Zayn and One Direction on the Impulsive podcast.
He was, and there was a video of it online, screaming in his hotel room. He was like, I thought my brother was about to fight Zayn, and then Gigi tweeted at Jay, calling him like ugly and irrelevant, and that went crazy viral. And you know, Jake is ugly.
She tweeted something about,
but he's not irrelevant.
Then she tweeted something about get yourself like a respectful man or something.
Yeah.
That one didn't age very well.
It didn't age.
No, listen. Before we go too deeply into this, there's many reasons why I dislike Zayn, and there's many reasons why I'll always be on his side. If I had to go through what he went through his growth and whatever else, you know, your parents are very supportive.
Very.
My parents are overly supportive to the point where it's annoying at times, and they don't even mind me saying that. And Zayn had a different upbringing in that sense, and you can always look at the man for where he is and say, oh yeah, whatever, that guy's a dick, right? But at the end of the day, once you understand what he's been through to get to that point, and also whether or not he actually even wanted to be there, and also I'm so misunderstood by myself more than anyone. Like, I don't know what I'm doing or why I'm here. It's like I can't sit here and dick on him because of whatever. And listen, I don't agree with any of his actions. I can't commend some of the things that he's done. I can't be on his side for that. What I can say is I understand, and I hope that your only hope is that at some point in their life, the person on the other end of the phone wants to receive the help that you're willing to give them. That's all I'll say.
That's beautiful.
Maya claimed that Liam knew that he could get support from his fans if he met up with one of his band members. According to a TikTok that Maya posted, Liam was willing to talk to Niall just so he could get away from the lawsuit, and he had done this before with Lewis too.
Can you say hi, Thomas, from my Instagram?
Hi, Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas.
Anyways, this 5-second TikTok just turned into like a bunch of but yeah, also talking about your bandmates and then showing up to their concerts, but it's always for your own benefit. It's not even because you actually just want to go support. You want to go stand up there and like take the attention away from everyone, and you're standing there really because you know everyone's going to be videotaping you. And just like you did at Louis' concert the day my book came out, don't even get me started. That's going to be another story time of what happened before my damn book came out and like the lengths these people went to. That's next. Don't even get me started with these damn manipulations. But yeah, it's like this whole thing happened and then pops up at Louis' concert, and I just can't even, I just have to tell the whole story because it's long. But anyways, yeah, to distract, because he literally knows that if he's with any of the boys that it's gonna get so much attention and it's gonna go crazy on like social media or whatever. So yeah. Also, is there a statute of limitation for when I can talk freely on TikTok? Why years later? Well, if you knew everything that happened, like, that's the thing. You just don't even know what's happened. So I have a right to say whatever I feel on TikTok. First Amendment right, freedom of speech. And it's not like I'm freaking lying, so.
Maya's lawsuit alleged that Liam had been stalking her obsessively, and that he had also been preying on young girls who he knew would stay quiet. This is the exact same playbook that Diddy used with his victims, and all of it started around the same time that Liam started hanging around with people close to Diddy. Naomi Campbell and Russell were both involved with Diddy, and both of them are now under allegations of sexual abuse. How is it that everyone close to Diddy has started being exposed right after Diddy got arrested? Well, according to Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, this is because Diddy is using his connections to force people to come to his support. If they don't, he starts to expose them and destroy their careers.
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons got caught up in the Diddy party.
Other celebrities have also spoken out about how all of Hollywood is a mafia right now, and unless you do what the elites say, you're not going to last.
Yes. Do I believe there's people behind the scenes that are homosexuals that are pushing buttons? Yes. Yes. And that they want you to be down with their in order to push the button for you? Absolutely. And this is part of it. You just saw one of the gay mafia members. That's who he is. That's who Puffy is. He's one of the members of the mob. He's a mafia member. But he might not be Don Carl. He's not the Godfather. You see? He's not the Godfather. He's one of the heads of the families. You see? We have different families in this thing. We got Bad Boy. We got fucking what do we have? Death Row over here. We have the different we got fucking Arista Records and LaFace. These are the fucking families in the mafia. You dig? Those record companies are like families.
A lot of people close to Liam were involved with Diddy and have even spoken out about how they're worried. Hollywood at this point is full of pedophiles. and a lot of people are being pressured to do things they don't want to.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Feel like
Well, we still have some time to go, you know, I can blow it here.
Okay. Feel free. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Ugh.
Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game, and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Allow other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in, he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So, Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed if he was doing things with Diddy. Remember they used to have that group called the what do they call it? The Brat Pack? With Diddy, him, and a couple other guys was hanging out. Leonardo, one other guy too, I forgot the other guy's name. So, they all might be worried.
People that Liam himself mentioned seeing and meeting with, including Jay-Z, are all involved with Diddy. In fact, Jay-Z and Diddy were some of the closest people Diddy had around him.
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
Yes,
right?
without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the White Party.
Absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
You're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter, a new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy, and everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on children during visits, these are normal practices.
Diddy has always used the people around him to bring him new celebrities that he can use. And people like Naomi Campbell, who already had connections to people like Jeffrey Epstein, are especially suspicious. Diddy used Usher to get to Justin Bieber, so it's possible that he used Naomi Campbell to get close to Liam. Don't you think it's strange how everyone around Liam when he became abusive was related to Diddy one way or the other?
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
There's also the possibility that Liam became abusive because of his use. Liam announced that he had been sober for 100 days in 2023. If we take a look at the timeline, Liam's abusive behavior started around the same time that he fell into drug abuse and stopped right when he became sober. Using drugs to make people do things that they would never normally even think of is something that Diddy has always done. The drinks and baby oil at his parties were always spiked, and it's possible that that is what got Liam hooked.
You said I mentioned Justin Bieber. You ain't say I mentioned Kevin Hart.
Okay. Well, what's going on with Kevin Hart?
I don't know, man.
Oh.
The internet is going wild on him, saying that he was a curator and a narrator of one of the Diddy parties and got caught on tape in a tub of baby oil or something like that. And he almost fell in the tub. It was crazy.
You know, he would be one of the celebrities that I definitely wouldn't think would be involved in anything illegal. For sure.
But you gotta realize this, man. People who get caught up in certain those things like that, those parties and things like that, is that they don't go there looking for that stuff. You gotta understand, they get caught up in the moment with the alcohol and then certain bottles that are laced with certain things that take you away from your normal self. And you end up probably doing something that you probably never do again in your life. You'll never get caught up in those things ever before. There are a lot of celebrities that go to these parties like this.
Can you believe that behavior is rampant in Hollywood? Both the music and the film industry are filled with pedophiles that people and take advantage of them.
I was bodyguarding one of the girls. So what I'm saying is that it's rampant, and this was years ago. This was over 20 years ago. It's rampant in the music industry. It's rampant in Hollywood, film, pictures, and anything.
Kevin Hart, for example, is another celebrity that no one could have ever imagined would be involved with Diddy. But look at what happened to him.
Everybody gets out, just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Got the camera! Got the camera! All right, okay. First of all, I know it looks bad with me running into the camera, okay? It was Puffy's party. He's called me, said, Kev, can you host a party with me? I said, yeah, dude, I said I'd do it. He said, look, we creating this little sexy scene in the bathroom. I was like, oh, that's gonna be hot. I'm promoting the party. I'm like, yeah, man, this is a nice event. You see, we up here in the tub. First of all, if somebody's hair is on fire, it's a panic. Yo, your hair. It should be crazy. This is all I heard. I heard, yo, your hair's on fire. I turned around, I saw it, I was like, oh! the flame grew. Like it was like somebody threw gasoline on it. Like, so my first instinct was to save myself because at the end of the day, I don't want to die. Weaves are the most flammable thing out. Okay? A weave, if there would have been another girl next to it with a weave, that thing would have caught faster than the forest fire. So I just said, let me save myself.
Come here, don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid.
Allegedly, Kevin Hart did what he did because he was under the influence of G that had been added to the baby oil. And it's what caused him to behave so weirdly. Just look at what Gene Deal said about the situation.
Isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first. You gotta realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put it past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil, they took that. They gotta test every last one of them. Let's see how much, let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil. Where you know sell that much baby oil? If you ever seen a massage parlor being raided and they walking out the people, do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No, they just walk out the people who are being arrested. If you ever seen a person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil. That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that G.
What do you think really happened? Was Liam really involved with Diddy, and is Diddy related to Liam's death? Let us know down in the comments, And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.